Welcome to Man Talk 133, where men unite. We want to welcome you guys in to the broadcast. We hope everybody's doing good this evening. I'm Shaw. Who we got?
I'm Daryl.
We got Marcus.
I'm Marcus.
Yeah. So we I just want to give a overview about what Man Talk is about. So what this platform is about uniting men, is about bringing men together. I hope that whatever we share on the broadcast, it would be able to help men because we have a lot of wisdom. We got guys have been through divorces. You know, I'm in a marriage, they in marriages too. So we hope that we can share medical stuff that can help people out, help the men out. Different things like that. So that's basically what the platform is going to be about. So um once we get this thing going, and once we get you know um you know people watching, growing and growing and growing, we just hope that everything could gel, grow, bring the men in, and we just go from there. You know what I mean? So tonight I want to ask y'all a couple of questions because I was thinking about this. I had to do like a little outline, so I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think as men and fathers? What do you think the responsibilities are of the man and the father? I have my own take, but I want to know what y'all guys think.
The provider and the protector. That's how I look at it. You
Uh-huh.
know,
Meaning,
you got
like,
you got to
what do
lead
you
the
mean?
house.
You got to do what now?
You got to be the leader. You got to be the head of the house. You got to lead. Protect. And
Uh-huh.
just take care of business around the home front. Make sure everything is straight.
All right.
You
So
know.
like for me, when I was thinking about it, you know, when I when I was writing this down, I was like, man, what are the
Hmm.
responsibilities? Because there's a
Right.
lot of them. There's a lot of
Hmm.
responsibilities. Like as a husband, you got to lead the wife, and then kids, you got to lead the kids, and then you
Hmm.
got to make sure everybody can eat and make sure everybody can, make sure you take care of the bills, like you said. But
Right.
what about from and Marcus, if you want to chime in, Marcus, you can about what your perspective is. But what about from a, I guess, golly perspective?
For me, well, for the first question,
Uh-huh.
I think like for a uh, father and husband, I think you have to set the example,
Mm-hmm.
like for everybody. That be it can be for your wife, for your kids. You just have to
Mm-hmm.
be the example.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I think for a lot of people, that's pressure.
You said it's pressure.
Yeah, it can
Hmm.
be. It can be pressure for sure.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, that's true. That's true. I agree with that. But how do as when you say be the example, like, because you think about it, when you say be the example, that's kind of like broad a little bit. I know what you mean
Hmm.
because you're saying like the
Hmm.
good example, but as you see, some people set the example, and you got like kids on Instagram cussing, and you got because they hear their parents doing it. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah. Oh, go ahead. You got something for? You got
Oh no, I
something
was
for?
waiting on Mark.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
was
All
waiting
right.
on Marcus. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
well,
So
yeah. That is what I meant. Set the good example. Absolutely.
okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. But yeah, so let me ask you that. Ask this then. Like, how do we
Hmm.
grow as men? As how do we grow as men, as fathers, as husbands, as brothers, as whatever? How do we grow? If How do we grow if you always have, so like if you're in the house with, and some of these guys are in these houses where with wives that they stall them out. Like, hold on, bro. It got to go through me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
how does a man grow if the wife is always stalling him out and she always taking up for how does he be a good father if the wife is always taking up for the kids and he don't have no kind of control or whatever over that? A lot of times it's like that. Sometimes.
Yeah, he gonna have to take control, man. He gonna just have to put his foot down. That's how I look at it. And when you come in on the scene like that, if you don't put your foot down, and once they know that you ain't gonna put your foot down, hey, they got you then. It's a done deal. But once you establish you establish that dominance, not like I said, dominating, but you know what I mean. Once you establish your manhood on, I think everything will fall into place. But like I said, I do understand. I know what you're saying about, a lot of people. It's some people that, that the moms do look out for the kids over the father.
Over the
You know what I
father.
mean? So yeah.
He say
But
no.
once
He say
that
no.
man,
She say yes.
yeah. Yeah, the man got to put his foot down on those kids, and her, he got to establish it and let them know what's up.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Cause see me, us as men, we gonna have to make them unpopular decisions in the house.
Absolutely.
And ain't nobody gonna like them decisions. So,
yeah.
But hey, we got to make them, or either you'll get your household ran over.
Yep. That take over it,
You know.
dog. It's just like anything else. If you let anybody that in there ain't supposed to be in there, they gonna take over. It's just like you look at it now. I know it's totally different, but if you look at it now, when you look at the neighborhoods, it was cool when it was in our neighborhood, but now just spilled over into other neighborhoods because then nobody check it, and now it ain't cool no more. We got to do something about it. So I totally get what you're saying.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Marcus.
Yeah, man. That's yeah.
Now I thought Marcus was saying so.
Yeah.
That's you.
Oh yeah.
You got like a little bit of a delay. That's why when I look at you for I thought you saying something, but it's you finishing up. But I'm thinking it's Marcus.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, I would say the logical way to grow is communication. Like if it's a situation like that, you would have to talk to the mother and let her know, what she doing. Because I mean, some people, especially mothers, but some men do it too. They're protectors by nature. So when you're talking about kids and the mother, I mean, I'm sure we've all heard the term mother hen, or, whatever words fit. Like they're protectors of the kids first and foremost by nature. So she may be doing that and not know it. So to me, the first step is communication, letting her know, hey, you doing this, and it ain't working.
Yeah,
like we gotta find a better way to do this. And I mean, after communication, I don't know, but I think that has to be the first step. Because I mean, you definitely have to give a person the opportunity to correct a behavior, but they have to want to correct it too.
Yeah, I agree with that. My take on it was when I was talking about how do we grow. Like you think about it, Marcus, you got a good relationship with your kids. Bo, you got a good relationship with yours. I got a good relationship with mine. I think it's based on like the love aspect. Like we show them a different type of love. I guess if you look at, I know me, I'm more so if Jordan has done something, I'm not the one that's going to dig in his rear end. I'm going to talk to him in a way that's going to be, he can accept it, but he know it's coming from a place of like you respect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But sometimes women, they go in. They go in, they go to fussing and they go to doing X, Y, Z. If you don't do this, you get out my house. You're going to do blah, blah, blah. And, that ain't how especially young men, if they don't feel the love and respect, they start rejecting whatever else you got to say to them. I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say, and they start gravitating to the dad. To the That's what I've seen anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. And another aspect I think so with the men is that this is a key. This key right here, and a lot of them won't do it. You gotta accept responsibility. They gotta accept responsibility. I know they blame a lot of stuff on the women. She won't let me see him. All these excuses they got. But if you can go and do anything else you want, if you in Miami throwing them up, if you in Vegas doing whatever, and you mean to tell me you can't go to the courthouse downtown and try to fight for your kid? I don't know if both of y'all been through that. I don't know if y'all been through that, but you see what I'm saying? So you can speak on it then.
Yeah, you've been there, done that. Yeah. You can go to the courthouse and they'll get you straight. They'll give you the proper documentation and stuff like that, And like I said, I had that done in the past years back, and hey, it is what it is. But like I said, I got that proper documentation, from the courts, and hey, they had to change their way. Well, she had to change her ways with the kids,
Right.
But it was one of those situations like that too, like what you were saying, trying to keep them away, stuff like that or whatever. But but it worked out though, because like I said, I took care of business. I went, hey, look here, I went down to the courts, took care of my thing, whatever. And hey, they called us in to the meeting, got everything, hashed everything out, everything was good.
Well, but what you did was you accepted the responsibility of, hey, I'm gonna fight for my child. I'm not gonna wait for her to call me and say, hey, you can come get him this weekend, and you might not hear them from again for another 2 months. And you accept the responsibility of going to the courthouse, because I know sometimes, men, what happens is and I never been through, I'm just speaking from what I've seen and what I think. Y'all been through it. I'm just saying from what I've seen, the men sometimes when they have issues with the girlfriend and she started dating somebody else, don't want to have nothing to do with the child. Now, when the other dude started taking care of the child, now we got a problem. But you had all this time. That's what I'm saying. And men, let me say this. I ain't really bashing y'all, but I am bashing y'all because you gotta step up and do what you gotta do, man. Like, because I know the relationship you got with your kids.
Right.
Real good relationship. You know what I'm saying? They come see you often. You got a good relationship with your granddaughter. You keep her.
Right.
Only because you stepped up and accept the responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Right. Yeah.
So to me, it's just more like it's more like a want to. A lot of people say with working out, diet is key. And that's true to a certain extent. But my whole take always been on it is you gotta want to. Yeah, I can give you any diet. I can give you any diet you want. Matter of fact, I can go online and print you out one right now that they said to have you looking like a Greek god in like 2-3 months, right? Cut out all the sugar.
You got to hit the gym though.
But you gotta want to. You gotta want to get in the gym. You know what I'm saying? That's just bottom line. Like, you gotta want to go get your kids. You gotta want to be a good father. You gotta want to be responsible. Know what the responsibilities are. It's more than just Christmas. Bring a big bag of stuff.
Right.
More than, just dropping them off some J's.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more than that, cuz. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe a birthday or something like that,
Yeah. Yeah. It's gotta be a little bit, be a little bit deeper than that. And I know Smooth. What's Smooth at?
Right here.
What you saying? Right here. Yeah, smooth chilling, smooth listening, Doc. So smooth, what's your take on it? Because I know I don't know your situation, you know what I'm saying, but I do know that, you was married, got kids. Apparently they love you because he drives from what? Is it Atlanta? Atlanta,
Man,
ain't it?
he be all over the place. Now he in Virginia. He travels, so he's all over the place.
I'm saying for the
But
come
yeah.
see you, he come to see
Oh
you.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So ain't bring the
Right.
granddaughter. So apparently it's
Yeah.
something that you done right. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh
making them
yeah,
want to
man.
keep coming around.
I had to fight super hard, man, to have a relationship with my kids because
Boy, I
they
feel you,
were
dog.
all in my early life. You know what I'm saying? So they were
Uh-huh.
relationships that didn't work out. So you know how that goes,
Yep.
baby mama stuff. And like
Right.
the thing that you said earlier, they get a boyfriend and
Yep.
they don't want, the guy don't want to have nothing to do with the child. I was the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I was
Right.
the opposite to the point. I actually got along more with the boyfriend or husband, whoever it was, more than I did the baby mama
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because
Right.
we were guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yep.
bro, I always, when I met them, bro, there are no feelings here. This is just about my child, period.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
Shook hands
And
and
that's
was like,
crazy.
I don't got to talk to her.
Right.
I can talk to you. I don't care who I talk to again about the child. That's it.
That's it.
Right.
So I
That's
was the complete
that's
opposite of that. And I still had to fight. But it was because they didn't want me to have the relationship with my kids because they knew the love that I had to give them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
they couldn't compete with it. They didn't want to compete. They just wanted, the kids to take what they was giving them and this the
Uh-huh.
best love ever because it's my mom, but your mom not really letting you know your dad and your dad got more love.
You
So
see what I'm saying?
I didn't get the relationship with my son that I have now till he was an adult.
You see what
And
I'm
not
saying
because
though? That's
his
crazy.
his
right.
mom his mom was actually cool.
Mm-hmm.
She was just
Mhm.
too, she was into what she was into
Right.
and it didn't afford me the opportunity to have the relationship with him. And he, being a child, always thought I just left.
Mm-hmm.
He never asked, and it
Right.
was never discussed. So he kind of formed his own opinions and conclusions, and he never told me until, like I said, he was an adult. I used to
Mm-hmm.
get him for the summers, for the holidays, and all this stuff. And I mean, he came to visit, he did kid stuff. We hung out, watched the movies he wanted to watch, went shopping for school before he left, all that stuff. And he never said anything to me, so I never knew. I thought everything was
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Right.
And when he told me, we had a real good talk, man, like a heart to heart talking because he was now an adult. It was a man to man talk.
Yeah, one of them.
Right. Right.
And after that, man, it's been a real tight, close knit relationship. And it's crazy because it's the relationship that I wanted when he was a child. But
Mm-hmm.
after we talked, I understood why we couldn't have it because of what he was feeling and what he was thinking. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
but yeah, I definitely dealt with that. Having to fight for your kids, being in court, man. But see, for me, I had stuff in writing, and that means it still didn't do nothing
Wow.
because I always lived in different states. I
Okay.
was
I got you.
Right.
military.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't, it wasn't like I could really enforce nothing because, heck, half the time when I was supposed to get them, I couldn't because I was too far. I was in another country. Like,
Wow.
it was just
Right.
a lot going on.
Right.
So I couldn't stand on it when it was convenient for me, but, you know, be missing when it was convenient for me. So I had to take what I was being given at the time. But when I got out, all that changed.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Y- y-
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's that's wild. Like you said, man, that's it is a trip though, like my man said, you know, you can actually talk, like I said, you can actually, a lot of times you can actually talk to the ex's better half better
Yeah.
than you can the ex.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you know, like, you know, he right on that though. It's kind of trip. It's kind of a trip, like, you know what I'm saying, that you know, it can
Mm-hmm.
work that way. And you know what
It
I'm
is.
saying? And
It is.
yeah. And it clean, and I like, and to clean up something too, like what he said earlier, as far as like with the mother, you know, with the mother and the kids and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was right on that too. And I probably didn't address that part, but like I was just talking about a certain, you know, like kind of like your dominance or your whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
Mm-hmm.
he said too, with, you know, with the kids and the mother, you know, you with the household, it's like you said, you know, you had a communication,
Yep.
you know, like you know, this is how it's gonna, you know, we're gonna lay the rules and put the
Mm-hmm.
ground rules down. And a
Period.
lot of times, you know, a lot of times the women, they gonna kind of know what they're gonna get from that man anyway.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like they gonna know if this guy here, I can run over him, or this guy
Yep.
here, like he's standing on business. So they
Yep.
can kind of, you know, they can kind of feel you like that anyway. So once you, like you said, you had that communication, you know, let them know you, like, you know, we're gonna put some ground rules down. You know, it's kind of, you know, kind of work itself out. You know, to go
Yeah.
back to that the first part of the question that you asked.
Yeah. Like I said, you got to be
Yeah.
dominant, not domineering. Like you don't have to like go in and
Right. Yeah.
chase nobody through the house. Like, yo, didn't I tell you, like,
Right.
when I was on my way home,
Right.
I wanted smells of
Right.
bacon when I hit the driveway. And I don't
And
smell
see,
nothing. And now I
and
got to
see, that's
act up.
right. And see, that's what a lot of the women get, you know, they kind of like some of the women on the outside that's
Mm-hmm.
looking in.
Yeah.
That's what they kind of, they when like, you know, like when when the man's supposed to lead the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he the head of the house.
He the head, yeah.
Man, man, you tell some women when they speak on that with the women, some women, man, they be like, nah, like it don't mean like you said, when I get home, I need to smell some bacon cooking.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just dominate you and make you
Yeah.
do something. It ain't like that.
It
And
ain't
see,
like that.
that's where, yeah, that's where a lot of them get it misunderstood at, you know.
Yeah.
But the ones
Yeah.
that understand it, you know, they see the fruits
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. They
You know what I mean?
my take on it is like, you know, be a wife. Like, you know,
Right.
the as we talked about before, uh,
But
you know, the order.
some of them take
Uh-huh.
that to heart. Now, how you said it, you know, they
Yeah.
shouldn't, but some of them take it to heart. Like when you said, be a wife.
Yeah. Be a wife. But what I mean is like, yo, what I mean is
Right.
this. I'm saying that like the order. God, the
Right.
man, then the woman. Not God, the woman,
Right.
then the man. Because now you're making
Right.
yourself the husband and you're making him the wife or the help me to whatever you want to call him. So I'm
Right.
saying, like, you know, be the wife. One thing I've always said, I don't want a wife that's so submissive that she can't say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
she can't
Right.
express how she feel about stuff. I like to have dialogue, but at the end, we
Right.
got to have some kind of, you know, kind of medium. I don't want to be every
Right.
time you talk about something. Nah, I don't, you know, I
Right.
want to hear your opinion. And some men, I guess, cause the way that they were raised, they like,
Mhm.
hey, only time I want to hear from you is when I ask. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing
Right.
else. When I tell you jump, you said
Yeah.
what? How high? That's only time I
Right.
want to hear something from you. Outside of that,
Right.
them old school cats, they like that. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So you gotta kind of,
Right.
we can't bring the old school stuff into it because the new schools ain't going for it. Period.
Right. But see, that's what a lot of them, when they hear that order, how the order's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be done, that's what a lot of them, they automatically think that.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
you know, when I say jump, you how high, whatever, or you
Yeah.
just go sit over there and be quiet. You know what I'm
Yeah. I don't
saying?
want to hear
They
nothing from you till
automatically
I
think
ask.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's what they
You know,
think.
so
But I'm
right.
saying though, I didn't write it.
But it's
So
not like that.
if you got
Right.
a godly wife and you said, if I'm gonna sit you down, I'm gonna show you what in the Bible where
Right.
it says XYZ, boom, boom, boom. I didn't write this. I didn't tell you to go sit down until I ask you. I just said this is the order. Now me and you are supposed to be as one. We come together as one, and we supposed to be able to dialogue. But I'm saying to the men, know what your responsibilities are, accept the responsibility, and then show love. And then everything, I think it probably will work out like you want it to. But if you salty because she then got somebody else, and you don't want to go see the kids because of that, you the one losing out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because ain't always the woman that's keeping the child away. Not all the time. That's what I feel like.
Right. So you're right.
I don't know, man.
You're right. And and like you said, with those guys, like you saying the guys to step up. See, sometimes, man, a lot of guys, whether that's taking care of business or either going to church, like you said, taking care of business in general. You ain't got to go to church. If you just taking care of business, taking care of your household, making sure your house is straight or whatever. Sometimes them guys feel like, on the with the outside noise, they deem like they, oh man, you a square man, you a coward or something like that.
You handpicked, boy.
Yeah, so some of those, so some, boy, you handpicked, boy, you can't go nowhere. So, you know what I'm saying? You wild.
Lady won't let you go nowhere. You can't go play ball, bro. You handpicked. I mean, I'm just saying. But go ahead.
Right. And no, you're right, because it's we tripping or whatever, hanging out or whatever, but that's how it is. And then when those guys hear that, instead of them manning up and taking responsibility, they're gonna fall off to the wayside for listening to the noise. Like, you can't go nowhere, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
man, you got to be home by 5, bro. It's
I'd be like, I sure do. Yeah.
Hey, bro, you get your permission slip signed, them little jokes. Hey, good, you get your permission slip signed off, all them little things like that. But, honestly, if listen to y'all, because both of y'all been through those situations, both of y'all wanted to have y'all kids. Period.
Yep.
And y'all want to be active in their lives, period. And all I'm saying, because we about to end this thing, I'm talking to them. And I messed with Keisha one time. What one of these cameras I look at? This one. Men. Let me talk to y'all real quick. Y'all got to step up. Like I said, man, I'm not trying to bash, but I'm just saying I see a lot of young men that are lost because they don't have their dads. If you see videos where some of them see their dads and they older, they see them and they hadn't seen them in years, they start crying. That's how important men are, in especially little girls. Not just only little girls, but especially.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Because they got to have that structure. They got to be able to be like, well, my dad, he didn't take me to Applebee's. He took me to Cheesecake Factory. So we're going to have to go to Cheesecake Factory, cuz that's the lowest I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So, and you set that standard where guys can't come in and just with the flashy stuff and try to hoodwink them. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff is important. And men got to be in the young boys' lives because they don't want them to grow up. I don't want to grow up. I saw something the other day, and I believe you sent it to me. I don't want to. I don't want to see the young boys with the dresses and the fingernail polish, dog. Because they seeing their moms do it, and they think that's the right thing to do. Well, my mom do it because that's the only example they got. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, step it up. That's all I got.
Yeah, you right.
Smooth, you got something you want to land the plane, Smooth?
No, I think you said pretty much everything.
I said, dog, you said a mouthful, Negro.
Yeah, that summed it up.
I'm just saying, men step it up.
Right. But yeah, man, I would think one more thing was Smooth was saying, man, that was all right with what he was saying about you know, that happened in a lot of cases too with, you know, with his son.
Yeah.
His son was coming, you know, coming all those years
Yeah.
and didn't know. You know, like I said,
It's
he
tough.
was probably thinking it, but like I said, you
Yeah.
know, his dad, he was like, you know, I can't say nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he know how, but then, like I said, once he got grown, you know, he let him know, you know what I'm saying, which it still worked out for the best, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he let him know, but it's like you said, step is, you know, like even though we were stepping up, but like most guys stepping up, man, because
Yeah.
like I said, you'll be surprised how many young boys, man, that's in a situation like that now that think their dad just abandoned them.
That left them. Yeah. And they angry.
Right.
And they
And they
very
don't know that
angry.
they
Yeah.
right. They don't know that they wasn't abandoned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't learn it until like he's like Smooth said his son did when he got older. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
And that, like you said,
yeah, so
that's tough,
got to kind
man.
of got to fix that too.
That's tough, like you said, because they go through their whole life thinking the dad ain't want them, but it's far from
Yeah,
the
man.
whole
It's
thing, you
crazy.
know. Yeah, then the mom then block it
Right.
some type of way, or in Marcus' case, you know,
Yeah.
he was in the military. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of,
Right.
you
Right.
know, kind of played a part too in how he was trying to work his, you know, his relationship.
Right.
But hey, we worked it out. Y'all worked it out, man. Y'all worked it
Oh
out.
yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Y'all worked it
Yeah.
out. So listen, we're gonna end this thing.
Real quick, I did
I'm
have
sorry.
something. One quick
All
thing.
right, go ahead.
It was to the very first question you asked. How do we grow?
Yep.
As you know, what you say, husbands and fathers.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Men and fathers.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So
Same
I
thing.
did
Yeah.
say communication, like for the household, but
Yeah.
as a man, like as the individual,
Yeah.
they can grow by doing things like tuning in to stuff like this
Yep.
or finding some
Right.
type of group, getting
Right.
around people that are doing positive things, men that are doing positive things. Like,
Right.
I don't necessarily want to say a role model, but just somebody that's doing
Right.
the
Yeah.
right stuff.
Right.
Because if you're around people that's doing the right stuff, if you constantly putting yourself in that atmosphere, that stuff's gonna rub
Mhm.
off on you too.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
like if
You
you
right.
around somebody doing negative stuff, that stuff will rub off on you.
Mhm.
So if you put yourself in the right situations,
Mm-hmm.
that alone can
Right.
help grow. It can definitely
Right.
start it or at least give you a good uh like a good base level. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And then
Right.
you can
Mm-hmm.
build however you build, but getting a strong base is important in any growth. And I think men being around like men that are trying to learn to be men, they have to be
Right.
around men that are men. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. You right. You
Well,
right.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Doc. Boy, you sound like doggone Al Sharpton on this mother. The way you landed that joker, Doc. You need to put your camera on. Let me see if you got that hair on, Doc. You might have that baby. You see what I ain't lying. You landed that
Oh
baby. I'm talking
man.
about you landed that 747 down, Doc. Like
Man,
for real.
he brought it in, baby.
You brought
Yes,
it in.
sir.
So listen.
Oh man.
Hey,
So we want to thank y'all for tuning in to Man Talk 133. This is where men unite.
right.
We want to thank y'all for joining.
Right.
So until next time, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Later.